Today, I am going to do the impossible, and that is make Hisuian Avalugg a sweeper. And I promise you, this is very far from easy. First off, the reason why this is so hard is due to Hisuian Avalugg's awful typing. Not only is it quad weak to steel, but it's quad weak to fighting as well. But that's not going to stop us, we just have to come up with a counter plan. Since Hisuian Avalugg has a super high physical attack and defense stat, unfortunately it does fall short in the speed stat, but that's going to be a benefit for us today because we're going to put him on a nice and slow Trick Room team. So the plan is to slap on the loaded dice item, which guarantees landing 4 out of 5 on multi-hit moves. And if we pair that with Hisuian Avalugg's high attack stat, stab multi-hit moves like Rock Blast and Icicle Spear are going to hit like a truck. We also have Stealth Rock for hazards, Terra Ghost to remove our fighting type weakness, and finally Earthquake for those annoying steel types. So today we're going to be hopping into 2 Wi-Fi battles to show just how hard Hisuian Avalugg can hit. Our first game is going to be against Javi, and there are a few threats that Avalugg does not pair well with. One being Chin Pao if it's packing Sacred Sword, and the other is Jolteon and Espeon who could hit us hard on the special side. Do me and the YouTube algorithm a solid and drop a like on today's video. It's greatly appreciated and helps motivate me to make more. And if you're into these kind of videos, consider hitting that subscribe button. We're on our way to 10K and we would love to have you here for the journey. And last but not least, let me know in the comments below your answer for the question of the day. Thank you so much for watching today's video, but without further ado, let's jump in. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Game 2, Hisuian Avalugg, right? We're going up against Javi here, and Javi has a pretty alright team, I'm not gonna lie. A little bit of weird, has a little bit of evolution, a little bit of starter, and then a little sprinkle of randomness, right? But hear me out, right? I got a feeling, looking at his team, Avalugg just has an absolute field day in that Trick Room, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm just going to go for a first impression here. I like the first impression. We're going to get some good damage off. Now, it may be defensive Swampert, not looking like so, but he is going to go for liquidation. That's going to do a decent amount of damage, actually. That's going to do a decent amount of damage. Now, I will say Slitherwing has kind of done what it needs to do, which is basically deal big damage, especially on a big defensive wall like Swampert. So you know what? Let's go to the brain here this time. I'm going to withdraw Swampert. Ooh, who are you going to go into? Charizard. Okay, I'm not mad at the Charizard play, actually. The Charizard play is actually kind of insane. Now, I mean, I guess it's not really insane, but it's like, it's fine in my case. So the only thing is I don't know what this thing wants to do. I'm going to start with setting up a Trick Room and just kind of feel out what it wants to do. If it's going to go for a fire move, there's no absolute way, unless it's physical. Flamethrower, okay. So there's no possible way I'm going to go in it to Avalugg. Not a shot on this green earth because he has Rillaboom in the back, which is going to kind of suck. And there's no way I can go Berserker. So the only thing I can think about doing here is... Let's go for a U-turn here. Let's go for a U-turn and we can think about what we want. Okay, wait a minute. I actually might be able to go into Avalugg. I'm going Avalugg. I'm going Avalugg. And I don't care, because guess what? I have a big, great, menacing Icicle Spear waiting in the back for my boy. And I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it, and I don't care who sees. I'm doing it. Now, he could possibly go for Grassy Glide, I'm not gonna lie, but nothing's gonna stop me from going for Icicle Spear right here, unless he Terras. But the thing is he has not a single thing to swap in. He is going to Grassy Glide, going to do a solid amount of damage, but this thing is for sure gone. We are loaded dice. We got some damage on him, and that's just going to be GG's to Rillaboom. You absolutely love to see it. So, good thing is number one, Rillaboom, who's our priority mon, is gone. Number 2, we're gonna get health back from the grassy terrain. You know what? I'm kind of liking it, brother. I'm really liking this right now. The only thing is I will say though, the Chin Pao could come in and possibly Sucker Punch. Nope, it's gonna be Swampert. You are not faster than me, brother, so I'm gonna go for that Icicle Spear. I'm going for the Icicle Spear because I absolutely want to. Ooh, okay, wait a minute. Avalugg looking kind of clean. He's gotten 2 bodies. He's gotten 2 bodies. Can he get more? Could Avalugg come through and get more? That I don't know. Because I think we have 2 turns of Trick Room still left as well. and we're just getting health back, which is actually amazing. So if he can just go Chin Pao here, that would be fantastic. That would be just absolute banging if he could. Okay, so he's going to go back into Charizard here. Charizard's going to be tough because if I miss this Rock Blast, I'm toast. But I'm willing to go for it. We don't miss. It's an absolute cinema. Look how much damage that one Rock Blast is doing. Ladies and gentlemen, you love to see Avalugg in action. I'm telling you, Avalugg is just... It's so high in attack and defense, and HP is not too bad. Other than that, it's pretty bad. But hear me out. It's good on all other cylinders. Okay, so Chin Pao is going to come through. Here's the thing is, do we think he has Sacred Sword, right? Here's the thing is I don't know if it has Sacred Sword because I want to Terra Ghost because I don't think he's going to go for a Dark type. You know what? I'm willing to risk it. I'm willing to risk it against the Dark type move. And even if it's not, it's lowering my defense by just a little bit. So you know what? I'm 100% willing to risk this. And then if he goes down, I have Yuxi in the back who could probably set up a Trick Room. Sacred Sword. Oh my goodness. The read is absolutely real, brothers. Oh my God. There is no way I should have read that. There is no way I should have read that. So the last two Pokemon they do have is Jolteon, and then the other is Espeon, which I'm not going to lie, Avalugg looks great against, as long as we can get the Trick Room up. So the only thing is if he's going to, it depends what Pokemon he's going to go here. I think either way, whatever Pokemon they're going to go to, which is going to be Espeon, I think the move is going to be to go into Yuxi. Yeah, Yuxi, 100%. And also, battle's canceled. Look at him. Avalugg is out here just making him rage quit. You absolutely love that. My boy would have dominated that. That's a pure Avalugg game. But you know what? Let's go ahead and jump into game 2. And you know what? We're going to do some stuff. For game number 2, we're going to be taking on Chitty, who has a banger team. He has a huge threat in Haxorus, who possibly has the ability Mold Breaker, and the Chandelure, who pretty much walls us entirely. But other than that, it should be a fun one. Again, if you guys have made it this far, do us a solid by dropping a like and leaving a comment. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, but without further ado, let's jump into game 2. Okay, folks, we're going up against Chitty, aka Chitty Bang Bang, who honestly stole my whole entire fit. I'm talking from toes to head to shoulders to clothes, everything just stole my entire fit. But either way, whatever, right? So they are going to lead off with Chandelure, right? We're going to be using the Hisuian Avalugg Berserker Trick Room team. Hopefully we can get it to work, right? Looking at Chitty's team, not gonna lie, they all look fast. So he does have a spinner / defogger in Braviary, so we honestly not really worried about rocks. But they are gonna go into the they're gonna go into Chandelure. Actually, Chandelure kind of tears my team up here. I'm not gonna lie with you. Honestly, I kind of want to just Terra off the rip. Like, something's telling me to Terra, but then again, it's like I could really use the Terra. Actually, the Terra. You know what? I'm just going to Terra first turn. I love a good Terra first turn. We're going to turn to a ground type. We still hit hard with first impressions. We still can hit hard with close combats. Now we're going to hit even hard with flare blitzes. You know what? First turn Terra, I usually don't do it. And they're going to overheat. And they're going to miss. I just Terra'd for literal no reason. And that's going to be a dead lit like bit. And I don't know what that means, but all I do know is Chandelure, one fast threat out of the way, but that's just screaming a good time for Berserker and Hisuian Avalugg. You know what? I'm going to take that. They're going to go to Leavanny though. Okay, so here is where I really want him to set up the sticky webs. So I'm going to go for an Earthquake and just see what it does. I just want to mess around. They're going to go for the sticky web. That is going to be perfect for Berserker. That is literally perfect. And I'm talking A1 perfect for Berserker. I love it. So Leavanny, I really don't know what it does. I want to say it's probably going to go for a... I want to say it might go for a Leaf Blade, maybe even swap out. Either way, I'm going to go into the Brain here. I like the Brain. And they're actually going to swap, which might even work in our favor. But I'll tell you what, Berserker actually has a insanely good time here. I mean, it's just going to be insanely good. Like, I can literally Gyro Ball every single Pokemon, and it almost might just kill every single one of them. So you know what we're going to do here? Let's go for the good old Trick Room, see what this thing is going to do. And I honestly don't even want to set up hazards just because he possibly could have Defog on this Braviary. But they're going to go for the Sky Attack. Are you going to be... Wait a minute. Are you going to be the Power Herb set? Either way, you're going to take some Rocky Helmet damage, which is going to be nice. So, wow, he gets a crit. He gets an absolute crit. That is, okay. You know, I kind of applauded actually, but here I am going to, I kind of want a Pain Split. I'm going to U-turn here though. I'm going to U-turn, and I think honestly the play is to go into Berserker. They're going to Acrobatics. Okay, so that's unfortunately going to take out the, it's going to take out the Brain there, which is perfectly fine. Because now I can go into Berserker, who got the Trick Room up, #1. And now Berserker just literally has to click Gyro Ball. And we're going to get caught in the Sticky Web, which means our speed right now is actually so slow. I'm just going to literally go for Gyro Ball, and I'm just going to get kills. I'm just here to get absolute kills. #1. There we go. 1 done. Let me go ahead and tell you, right? Berserker here is not to be messed around with. Sekiro. Oh, okay. The Hisuian Samurott. Yeah, buddy. Let me go ahead and tell you. I kind of want to go for a Plera. I'm going to Gyro Ball here still. I'm going to Gyro Ball. Look at that. Look at that damage for not even effective. Ceaseless Edge. That's fine. We can take that with ease. Boom, bada bing. We are going to take a little bit of Spikes damage, not going to lie. And also, he might Sucker Punch, but I'm still going to go for the Gyro Ball. We live on 26, baby. There we go. There we absolute go. Berserker going absolutely crazy. But I'll tell you what. I will tell you what. If we the priority mon's gone, and unfortunately the dimensions are going to go back to normal, which does kind of stink. But hear me out, right? Ooh, wait a minute. I just realized Slitherwing's going to be taking a lot of damage now. It's going to be taking a lot of damage, but they are going to go into the Leavanny here. That's perfectly fine because here, I'm just going to go for a Gyro Ball just to see. They are going to go for a knockoff, and that is going to take out Berserker. But I'll tell you what, Berserker just did his absolute thing. And now I think, honestly, I want to go Slow King. I want to go Slow King here, because I want to set up the Trick Room, because I do feel like Hisuian Avalugg here can just come in clutch. So I'm going to go for the Trick Room. Hopefully they don't go Leaf, or hopefully they go Leaf Blade, and we'll leave on 20. Perfect. That is all I needed. That is all I needed, baby. Okay, that is amazing. This is amazing because now what I can do is I can just go for a Scald, hopefully land a Burn, right? And then hopefully it takes me out. So perfect, we get the Scald off, absolutely amazing, and here we go, baby. This is what I'm talking about. Hisuian Avalugg coming in clutch right here. So now we have 4 turns to go absolutely crazy with Hisuian Avalugg. Oh my gosh, it is time, baby. It is absolute time. I have never clicked move so fast in my life. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Oh, this is about to be fantastic. The only thing is, I don't know what Terra they're going to be rocking on the Haxorus. That's the only thing that is a little scary to me. But either way, I'm going to go for an Icicle Spear. They are going to withdraw the Leavanny. The question is are they going to probably go the Cryogonal? The Cryogonal is going to come in. Okay, so here's where it does get a little bit fuzzy. Okay, actually, that's doing decent damage, actually. If it's going to be 4, puts it at half, I might go for it again, actually. Okay, so it's not going to take us. It's not going to take it out, but that actually might be able to kill. That actually might be able to kill. So you know what? Let's go for a. Let's go for another Icicle Spear. Let's go for the Icicle Spear. There we go, baby. That's 1 done. Okay, listen, we have 3 more turns. We have 3 more turns of Trick Room. This actually might be the Hisuian Avalugg game. Berserker did really good, but this actually might be the Hisuian Avalugg game. I love it. Bro thought he was about to come in here, steal my entire fit, and think it's going to be all okay. No, buddy, you don't get a single thing. I just realized my top light isn't on. So, you know, I may look even better. I may not, you know, who really knows? Okay, so Choppa the Peckish is going to come. That's going to be the Hisuian Avalugg. This is where it does get a little bit scary, but I am going to go for an Icicle Spear. He hasn't terastallized yet, which kind of makes me a little nervous because he probably could Terra Steel. I really hope he just doesn't Terra. Oh, there's a Terra. Okay. So the only thing is if he has a... I live any move this thing goes for unless he has Earthquake. I'm gonna go Terra Steel. There it is. Okay, well, here's the thing, right? Is if I can just do a little bit of damage and live, I should be A-okay. So we're gonna get the Icicle Spear off. Perfect. I'm max defense. I am max defense, which means an Earthquake should be able to take it out from this range if I can get it. If I can land it, we should be able to take it out from this range. Hopefully he doesn't Swords Dance or Dragon Dance. Swords Dance, okay. Here's the thing, right, is I'm going to go for the Earthquake. I have to, in fact, go for the Earthquake, and I have... Oh, wait. No. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, well... I'm going to go for an Earthquake in hopes I live. Iron Head, I'm not living that. That's 4 times effective. I am not living that whatsoever. I am not living that whatsoever. So my only thing is the only thing I think I can do is I think I can go to Porygon. I think that's the only thing I can do. And I think my only hope here is also, I want to shout out my boy, Hisuian Avalugg for absolutely going dummy crazy, by the way, right there. So honestly, special attack is going to raise. Let's go for a Trick Room just on the off chance we live. Never mind. But the defenses are going to get lowered. The only thing is the last Pokemon he has is going to be... what's the last Pokemon he has? Oh, I don't think I live because he has Close Combat, which Close Combat I think takes me out. The last Pokemon he has is... Oh, wait, is this the last Pokemon actually? Or what is the last Pokemon? It's going to be the Leavanny. Okay. So here's the thing is I need to go for I'm going to go for a first impression here and then in hopes of go for a knockoff. If I can get the knockoff here, that would actually be amazing. If I can get him to go for the knockoff. Because if he can go for the knockoff here, I should be able to live whatever he's going to want to go for. So I think, ooh, this is going to be a good one. This is coming down straight to the wire, but I am going to go for a first impression here. I know it's not going to hit, but if he goes for a knockoff here, that would be absolutely blessed. Leaf Blade. Oh, he's hoping for the crits, brother. He's hoping for the crits. All right, I'm going to go ahead and back out because he probably knows that I'm banded, unfortunately. So that's going to be GG's to Chitty. Unfortunately, I just got Chitty Bang Bang, but that's going to be GG's. I'm going to probably throw that up on the Hisuian Avalugg video just because it was a very good battle. But again, GG's to Chitty. If you guys enjoyed today's video, drop a like on today's video. It's greatly appreciated. Subscribe for more Pokemon content from myself. And last but not least, let me know in the comments of your favorite Ice-type Pokemon. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and start working on the next set of videos. So I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Also, that rental code will be right here.